Welcome back to Flyers Postgame Live, brought to you by Cure Auto Insurance. It's time for a Colonial Nissan game changer. And Scott, it's all about that third period. Brandon Tanev actually started this one tying up the game, but then Michael Raffl, Travis Konechny, and Kevin Hayes, 3 unanswered goals. I mean, what about that third period? I
know. I love Lawton here, the tenacity to get after that puck. He passed it to Kubel in front of the net. He went and got it in the corner and passed it out to Michael Raffl, who made no mistake there, put it between the net. But Scotty Lawton with a first effort there, a second effort, a third effort going into the corner to get this puck, and Raffl does a great job of presenting his stick, and Jari was just a little off his mark there going between the legs. And this one I love here too, Taryn. Couturier just using his speed, getting in front of the net. Oscar Lindblom staying in front of the net, getting cross-check whack. And then there's Konechny right on the doorstep, picking up the loose change and putting it in the net. So just great effort here by Couturier, kind of getting a little speed power boost there and just making it happen here in front. And Oscar going to the blue paint, that's where you make things happen. And just really exciting stuff there. And that was a big goal for him.
I think we're going to have a look here at Kevin Hayes' goal as well, getting involved in this one. I mean, what did you get out of Hayes tonight? Yeah,
well, Drew makes a great distribution of the puck to Farabee, guy who had a heck of a night tonight, and just put it on the net. A lot of the coaches these days in practice, they do this drill. It's called the POP drill, the pass off the pad. Even though it is a shot on goal, it's almost like a pass off the goalie's pad. And right there, Johnny in the spot there, Mr. Kevin Hayes, and he's going to put that in 10 times out of 10. So just great effort all around by every single line there by the Flyers, and just a big effort, and you couldn't ask for a better start for the Flyers. 1-0, 2 points in the standings versus the Pens. Just good stuff.
I know when we were watching the Michael Raffl goal live, we were sitting there thinking like, oh my gosh, the depth of this team, to see them firing on all cylinders like this on opening night. I mean, what is the potential of this team?
Yeah, it wasn't probably the cleanest game. There were some passes in the skates, maybe a couple blown coverages here and there when there was. Carter Hart was there to make those big saves. But when you have 4 deep lines like the Flyers do, that's why all these analysts are saying the Flyers are going to take this division. But when every line is going like they are tonight, and you get a big goal like that to make it 4-3 by the 4th line, it just shows, I guess, great things for the whole team and the organization.
I know we talked about Nolan Patrick and his storyline, as well as Oscar Lindblom and all that he's been through in the pregame. The one thing we didn't really get into, though, is the dynamic of having them in there and what that does for the Flyers lineup, top to bottom. It seems like this forward group is kind of just a juggernaut. That 4th line of Scott Lawton, Michael Raffl, and Nico Kubel being able to score that goal the way they did, I think speaks volumes to the capabilities of this team. How do they even improve from here? What makes them so dynamic? It seems like on every single line, there's just so much talent.
Yeah, well, I think you enjoy it tonight. Obviously, it's the first game. You wanted to go out and get that first win, and you relish it tonight. You get back to work tomorrow and practice. But for Nolan Patrick, it's been a long time coming for him to get back in the lineup, and just so happy for him to get that goal off his big butt in front of the net on the power play. And Oscar, too. He didn't look out of place at all. He's beefed up. He's got a speed back. He was strong in front of the net on that goal for Konechny, and just lights. They're just doing awesome.
Yeah, let's take a look at Nolan Patrick's goal here. First goal he's had since March of 2019. Scott, what do you see on this one?
Well, first of all, Joel Farabee does a great job on the wall, getting up to Gustafsson, the new guy here for the Flyers. And I think he knew how much time there was left in the clock. There's only about 8 seconds left, but it's the double screen. JVR's in front of the net. Patrick's the high screen guy. And look at Jari, the goaltender, trying to find that puck. It's almost impossible for him to make that save. And nice of him to have the big hockey butt in the way to get that tip off him. But he was around the puck all night. He was making things happen. A nice shot there off the wing. So you never know when you have these head issues, all that kind of stuff. How are you going to do in that first game? But he was passed with flying colors.
Speaking to that depth again, when you know a goal can come from any player, any part of your lineup, how does that help you as a player relax and get comfortable in your game?
Well, it's great. You want to start fast, obviously, and you can line after line that's going out there can get the job done, and they're not a liability defensively. And it seemed like when I played, it was always the 4th line. You never wanted to put them out there in certain situations. I know AV has total confidence in lines 1 through 4, and they're going to teeter-totter. Raffl, that line might go up to line 2 one night because they're playing so good. So the competitiveness of the group tonight showed tonight, and it was just spectacular.
I want to ask about the Penguins side of things, because we know this team has a ton of talent. The Penguins have, Sidney Crosby, but they were kind of a question mark coming into this season because they did struggle in the bubble quite a bit, but obviously they are packed with some star power there. What was your first impression of the Penguins tonight?
Not bad. They obviously made a good comeback to make it 3-3 there in the third, and then looked like they are gas dipped a little bit, and the Flyers took it to the next level. So I give a lot of props to AV doing the conditioning in the 10 days leading up to game one here tonight, and looks like Pittsburgh, they'll be staying here for the next couple days, and it'll be nice to have this game Friday night to look forward to.
Sidney Crosby did what he's done a time or two against the Flyers, scored an infuriating goal. Let's take a look at that one. Let's take a look at Crosby's goal here. Scott, I think it speaks for itself, but how hard is it also for him to bat this puck down like that? Because he makes it look easy, but it can't be. Yeah,
with Sid, he can do obviously anything you ask him to, and people will be like, oh, that is so lucky, and how does he get so lucky to do this? And it's not luck, folks. He probably practices all the time. The hand-eye and for the puck to stop like that on a tee and then one-handed, because he knew he had to be quick because Carter was coming back into the crease. He had two guys around him when he swung his stick like that. So he does score some amazing goals, and sometimes you just got to tip your cap to a guy like that makes those extraordinary plays, and that's what makes him an extraordinary player.
Luck, when preparation meets opportunity, it seems like he always has those lucky goals that are so
they're not lucky, Taryn.
That are
so
lucky. I know the not lucky goals that are so infuriating. Does that add to the Sidney Crosby lore that it always seems like it's a goal like that?
Well, there definitely would have been some boos, if there was 18,000 strong in the building tonight when he scored that goal. But like I said, it's fascinating to watch this guy, even though you, as a Flyer fan and playing against him for so many years, you don't like him, you don't like when he scores, but he does so many amazing things. And that one, it's just phenomenal, the things that he can do. And it's not like it's a one-off. He does it every few games. He has these spectacular plays. So it's fun to watch him play.
Carter Hart, though, that has to be a tough one for him to swallow. That being said, in that second period, he came up with a couple big saves not long after that. We talk about his maturity all the time, but to see him game one be able to bounce back from a goal like that, what did that show you? Yeah,
he was solid. He was solid in there. He was making the big saves. I noticed he didn't leave his crease too often after that one giveaway to Crosby, but he was on his angles. A couple saves when we were watching. The side-to-side plays, he goes so quick to that post, and there's no room to shoot. I remember the one shot I was watching, I can't remember when it was, but it was so solid how he came to that post, and there was no chance that puck was going in. So for him to make those big saves when he needed to gave the Flyers the advantage.